Good morning, my friends. How are you doing on this fine Wednesday morning, the 24th, which means we've got one Wednesday left. One Wednesday left of the month besides this one. So I guess that's two today and there. Something like that. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, Morning Mindset. This is your first time here, long time here. Here's what I need out of you. You know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area, but most important, 5 things. What are 5 things that you, my friend, you sitting right there on the phone, on the computer, on the tablet, listening in the car, wherever you are, what are your 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Remember, the show does no good if you don't do something, right? Take action. Put those 5 things in there. If you are watching on a replay, make sure to put Team Replay in the comments. So that way we know. Like last night after the show, I saw there were quite a few people. There was Team Replay. So excited about that. Here's what we got. For us, it's like 30s. It's like 31 out, 32. It might even be a little warmer than that. It's whoa. It's pretty nice outside, considering where we've been. So everything's melting. So that's nice. Looks like by next weekend we could be in the 50s. That's crazy talk. What do we have in the cup? We've got some coffee. We've got some coffee, and we're going to talk cups today. So you guys be prepared for that. Got a barking dog, which is awesome. So that must mean garbage is here or something, because hey, that's just how it is. Let's check in and see how everybody is doing. And remember, most of all, sharing is caring. You think you know somebody who can enjoy this? Make sure share it with them and hit that like and subscribe. All of that fun jive. Let's check in and see how we're doing. T-Town, good morning to you, my friend. It's Toledo. Wow. Toledo, it's raining. It's 35 out. Pink Monster to get the day going. I've yet to give that Pink Monster a go. I maybe need to try it. Darren, good morning to you. 34 and foggy there in Topeka. Won't be getting much done business-wise today other than meeting an on-site printing event. Guys are coming in to fix the furnace. Well, then that is getting accomplished because you'll have heat again. So I think that's a win for the day. Sarah, good morning to you. Thank you so much for last night. And I look forward to next month. And we're going to talk some about last night and next month coming up on this. 30 degrees there in southeast Wisconsin. I cannot even believe how nice 30 feels after a cold snap, right? It's totally shorts weather. We've had a 50-degree temperature swing, in 4 days. It felt like it was like negative 20 out, 30s. That's 50 degrees, man. Caramel cream coffee in the cup. Very nice. Diana, good morning to you. T-Town's 5 things. He's got to ship some embroidery and tumblers he did yesterday. Get new blank tumbler site sign up. What do you mean by that? And get some more tumblers on the way. I'm ordering some tumblers too. We're going to talk about it today because I've got questions and hopefully you guys have answers. Get keychain made for an event I'm sponsoring and computer work too, and embroider more wrestling stuff. Man, T-Town's got a rock solid day there. Right, Sarah? Yeah, the change in weather is amazing. Sarah's got her 5 things. Set up the domain for Linktree. Per Todd, must do. Yes. So let's talk Linktree today too. I have that on my list here. And set up designs for martial arts event, build a new store, break down fundraising spreadsheet for a large group, and process stores. Love it. Darren is in Topeka. Harold, good morning to you from rainy Atlanta. 52 though. Diet Mountain Dew in the cup. Well, bottle. We got you. Diana's got coffee in the cup. 32 and drizzle. Yes. Snow melting. Yes. But we don't want it to melt too fast. At least in our area, we'll flood if we get too much of that melting happening. We're up off the river, and we've been notorious for flooding out down there. It hasn't been a couple of years, but I mean, if we get more snow in this, it could be some nasty stuff. Let's see. Finish up UPC codes, make UPC tags, finish display, deliver merchandise, get more stuff from the Peddlers Mall. Very nice, Diana. Barb, good morning to you, North Central Minnesota. 28 out, overcast and windy. Water in the bottle. 5 things. Quotes. Work on new product samples. Work on t-shirt quilt. Order supplies. Package ship orders. Love it. Jenny, good morning. It's 35 and foggy in northern Indiana. Water cup. Yeah, it's foggy here. And in some of the outlying things, it's black ice. So I was worried about that this morning because, I took a spill earlier in the week. And so I shuffled my way and the sidewalk was fine. But when I got to the driveway, that was a sheet of ice. So it just need this to stop. I know the farther we go into January, the closer we get to spring. That's all I got to say. Good morning, Tim, Darren, Sarah, and Diana from Barb. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. It's 69 and sunny in Central Florida. that sounds good. Doctor's appointment this morning. Not sure of the rest of the day. This evening, prepare for Sunday morning service. Very nice day. Hi, Jenny and Chuck from Barb, and hi, Harold from Barb, and Sarah. Daniel, what do you use to generate your codes? That is something that we could, hey, Diana, if you're up for it, that's a thing we could bring you on for Tuesday with Todd, because I know I've had questions on it. And before I had good luck with it, where I would just assign one and print and go. But lately, it's been a while since I did it. So I think we could do a Tuesday with Todd on that. Renee, good morning. Foggy 33, Chicagoland. Water in the bottle, coffee in the cup. Hi, Tim, Darren, Sarah. Diana, Harold, Barb, Jenny, and Todd. Look at that. You've got the list rocking and rolling out there. Hi, Renee. Rena, good morning, everyone. 47 in SoCal. First cup of coffee in the cup. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome episode last night. Thanks, Sarah. I was blown away. I'm going to get through these 4 and then we'll get through it there because I'm sure maybe another one will come in there. Sarah, you need to show a show on setting up a store. Dinah, we actually, depending on it, because Sarah uses Chipley, I used Ecwid, and there are some Tuesday with Todd's with us setting up a store using Ecwid, and you guys use the free one to do it. Chipley is the paid service, which I think on Corey's side of things we're going to switch over to just from the ease of it, especially in the mock-up side of it. But I know we do have a few shows out there for setting up an Ecwid. Hey, Chuck and Rena. Yeah, great show, Sarah. Can't wait to watch it and not listen. Sweet. David, morning to you. 55 in Phoenix. Holy cold. Yeah. Holy cold, my ass. Today I'm calling a meeting to ask everyone what our core values are over making a sale. Had to fire a client yesterday, and it got me thinking, ooh, do tell. I think that's a great conversation starter there. It is firing a client, who's had to do it and why. And, there's a point to that, right? I feel that I know I'm not a great fit for everyone. And I know I can't make everybody happy. And I know I can do my best of things. We ran into that this week, Monday, because of the ice. UPS shut down. So they weren't shipping anything. They weren't doing anything because they said it was too dangerous for them to have employees there. So some of the stuff that went in that got picked up never got scanned in. So nothing showed that it was there, and it didn't get scanned in until yesterday when they resumed service. And some of those things were overnight. And I'm like, the best I can do is refund overnight shipping. I'm going to eat it. UPS isn't going to give me that for, a delay. But, if somebody can't understand that, then what do you do? T-Down's 5 things must not have posted. Yeah, I thought I saw it, didn't I? Didn't up there because you had your embroidery. Yeah. Because we keychains. Yeah. Your 5 things were up there. Kim, hey, from Chicago with coffee in a cup. Still icy in the parking lot at work. Yeah, it was. I have patient charts to scan and shred at my regular job. Work on digital planner for February. Make new designs. Way to go, Kim. See, you found it. I found it, right? And I'm good with doing a show. I get them from GS1, but I can create for internal use too. Ooh, okay. Diana, I will get with you, and let's set that up for next month, because I think that would be a really, really good one for it. Okay. So first up, let's go through the list. Let's talk Tuesday with Todd last night. I was amazed at what you can do in Canva. Now, I knew the mock-ups kind of thing where, it's just like a Corel type thing where, hey, I can create mock-ups in it. But they do have those predetermined elements in there. There are some, there were some other things that you could do in it. And, I was like, yeah, it's not a bad thing. Then I saw, hey, they have color changing mockups. Wait, what? I can import my own thing and make color changing mockups. So while it is not, super robust like a Corel Draw, it still is pretty dang good for the price point of it. Seeing those color change mockups was a really cool thing. And it got us thinking, when Sarah pulled up her brand kit to show it, people were asking, brand kit, what's that? And so that's what next month Sarah was ever so nice to say that, hey, yeah, we're going to do a brand kit. And I think she even had an idea for a show for March too. So we're going to have Sarah back next month in February and talk that brand kit in Canva, what it is, how you set it up, all the things like that. So I'm really excited about that. Canva is getting more and more powerful every day, it seems like. So to see something that kind of, really just blew my mind on how easy it was, I was really impressed with that. So Sarah, great job to you. One of the things that, we talked about was when I said, Sarah, where do we find your links? And she had her link tree, and it was the super long one. I'm like, just go get a domain. And that way you can just post that. And then there's your link tree to it. So on that, who here, by a show of, let's say me, type me in the comments, if you use something like Linktree, whether it's Linktree, Bitly, something like that, but specifically Linktree. Now, I use Linktree a lot because it has, that's where our Fat Dad CD goes. If you click on, if you right click copy right here, Fat Dad CD, that takes you to our Linktree. That's where we have links to the groups that we're in. That's where we have our affiliate links at. That's where we have discount codes at. And it's easy to update. So I can change that information there and never have to change this domain. I can go in there and I can clear all those out and have entirely different things in there. And I don't have to worry about this domain. So that's why I like Linktree. One domain. I can put all the links under it. I can change those links and I don't have to worry too much about it. So that's why I use it. That's what we use it for. It's way easier, I feel, than say, hey, here's a link to this and here's a link to that and here's a link to this. So when we're promoting an individual project, like, the laser, we're going to talk about that here in a few, what we tested something out on it last night. But when I do that, I will post that direct link, affiliate link for the laser. And then I'll have our general link to all of our, I'll have this link right here to our Linktree where you can see all of our links in it. And it just allows me to put more information in more spots because sometimes, we have a list of partners, we have a list of friends, because a lot of times the things that I promote, I'm not getting anything back from it. It's products that I believe in, it's people that I believe in, it's services that I believe in. So I'm not gonna sell you something just because I'm getting something back at it. If the information is good, the content's good, the product's good, I'm going to promote that and have those in those links as well. So I really like Linktree. I'm looking forward to seeing what some of your responses are into that. Because Kim uses it and T-Town uses it. So how do you guys both use Linktree on it? Let's see. What else did I have on there? Let's see. I'm doing too much right now. I found a site that will save me about $3 each tumbler too. Ooh, like I said, we're talking tumblers today because I have questions and hopefully people have answers for me. Darren's going to be on Team Replay for TWT. Awesome. Make sure to comment Team Replay in it. Then I said, yes, loving the versatility of Canva. Definitely will be using to set up the link merchandise advertising. And I think was that, okay, so we said branding next month. And then with that branding, I think March, she said something about creating like stock flyers, stock promo items. So I can create this set, like this flyer, this ad, like 25% off or whatever. And then you can use that as your base and then change it from month to month. I think that's what we're going to do. Build one up. Talking about firing clients, Barb said, I have fired clients. I told them my company didn't fit their needs. Basically, they were high maintenance with attitudes and wanted something, but didn't want to pay a reasonable price. Yep, I fired one. I have fired a few, and a lot of were just, you didn't see eye to eye. It just wasn't a good fit. I knew, we fired him before we even took any money. Now, we did a good amount of work for free, going back and forth on stuff, and I'm glad we didn't charge for any of it because then that would have just made the process even worse. But I'm like, hey, we're just not a good fit. We're not closed. We're just closed to you, man. And that's how it was. Jerry, good morning to you. Awesome. Jerry bought Canva Pro. Can't wait to see what you do with it, Jerry. Darren said, I know I've asked you, but what's the brand of sweatshirt you have on? I prefer the shoestring ties. Well, if I wore a hoodie. So this is the J America, and someone else has one too. That's just like this. I will have to see if I can find those numbers, but this is a J America. The other one I know the reason is I screwed up. We kept trying to order a black one and it kept getting a navy. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then come to find out it was because I was using the other brand and that's what it was. So it was crazy, but J America for this one. And I love it. This is kind of my go-to throw on hoodie. Like, we had to get home and take trash out today, do that. So just, it's the throw on hoodie. And it's like, I need to adjust these strings so it doesn't go there. It's probably got crap all over it, but it is a big warm hoodie. I like it because it's longer. So it being a fat guy, what we can do is it hangs down more. So I don't have to worry about, it riding up when I'm sitting down and pulling the shirt out of the back and all that. So I really like it. I like the heaviness of it. It's kind of my go-to one. I think I have it in all colors for it. And Barb, I bookmarked the show from last night so I can go through Sarah's steps for mock-ups. Sarah, I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Kim says she uses Linktree. I feel like I'm spamming people with links otherwise and deters customers. And that's kind of what I was thinking is I have this whole long list of things where I can just go ahead and here's one link to rule them all, right? That's what we got with it. Makerflow Crafts is the website. Had a window tender friend reach out to hook me up with their site. Very nice. Okay, we'll get through these comments. I think we're good on Linktree. If we got to talk any more about Linktree, just make the comments in there, and then we'll get it. I need to investigate using Linktree. Go for it, Barb. I think we could do a whole show on that. Diane says she gets hers from Zone Grace and PYD. So okay, I'm gonna write stuff down. So we had Maker's Flow because I'm gonna go through some things today, and then we had Zone Grace, and PYD Life, because I'll tell you my requirements, and then you can tell me if you have one. Sanmar has one, the Sport Tech one. That's what it is. Sport Tech also has one. So there's a J America one and a Sport Tech one. Renee's 5 things: call about health benefits, occupational therapy, source flasks if anyone has someplace that they love, fiber laser training. Ooh, what are you taking? Cut samples for new earrings. Love it, love it, love it. It's a hockey style hoodie. Yes, it is a hockey style hoodie. It's got the ribbing along the side. I love it. I say it's one of my go-to ones. Let's see, love the hoodie too. Angela, good morning, Sunny. Coffee in the Cup Zoom meeting with Small Business Association. Awesome. Training at 12 and my son's 45th birthday. Wow, I'm old. Am I 40? How old am I? I don't know how old I am. 40. I think I'm 45. Maybe 46. I don't know. And I'm over 40 and under 50. I do know that. I saw someone cut the stretch band out of a hoodie and roughed it up. It was cool. Ooh, I love seeing new things like that. I enjoyed the training last night. It was great. Sarah is rocking it. Dax, good morning to you. We like to say extremely healthy instead of fat guy. Yeah, I'm extremely insulated this winter. That's what I got. Yep, that's at the Sport Tech, Corey. I use them a lot for spirit wear. I have different colors, laces. Yeah, and that's the thing. You can swapping out the laces. It is just such an easy thing to do. And what I've seen, Barb, and I don't know if you've done this, and maybe you have, and if not, maybe I'm giving you a little tip. What we've done is like one of our school colors is maroon and white, so it's not a whole lot you can do with that. But I can take the gray and the black, and I can do maroon and white strings, laces. So I can put one of each color in there, do it that way, so it's double stringed up, and it looks really good. And the laces are super affordable. So maybe that's something, if you haven't done it, maybe that's something to think of. Jerry said she's asking about tumblers. Are they more reasonable than Hog? I believe so, because even me looking at stuff, because that's what Stainless Depot, there's the issue with on my end is that somewhere like Stainless Depot that I found, I could not find was a bunch of ones that are powder coated. So we'll get into that. PYD and Steel Magnolia and Maker's Flow are let's see, Maker's Flow on there. Steel Magnolia. I think Corey has me that one. Steel Magnolia as well, because that's the thing is I don't want ones like that. They're stainless. I want ones that are like that coated. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to get through these and we'll get to tumblers. I promise. You were 46. Thanks, Corey. I'm 46. That's how old I am, 46. Angela, I'm right there with you. My oldest daughter is 42. T-Town, when buying off Amazon, is there a way to not pay tax without sign up the business up for another Prime account? That I do not know, T-Town. Where would you get the fat laces? They sell them right there on Sanmar. Sanmar has them, right? Isn't that where we got them from, Corey? See, I don't order anything. Corey takes care of that ordering side of it, but I believe it was Sanmar. Thanks, Renee. I am 46. And Barb reassures me that Darren Sanmar has them. So there we go. Harold gets his tumblers from the Polar Camels from JDS. Rena, Save a Cup. Oh, I forgot about Save a Cup. Save a Cup. So, Jenny says we use JDS for powder coating tumblers. The Polar Camel line is great. Are you guys paying paying the tax on Amazon? I'll have to look because I don't think so. I think it's only if it's in state. If it's only in state stuff is what I get hit with the tax on. I think I'll have to double check. And I said, if you're ordering large quantities, 100 plus, I order directly from PYD Life out of China. I pay approximately $4.50 a cup. As with shipping, it takes about 3 months to get. Yeah, 3 months to get. That's the thing. And Tim, I just did that with Amazon. If you have a single person Prime account, you can link it to a free business account. There we go. Renee to the rescue. Rescue Renee right there. We're going to get her flashing lights. And Jerry Rena, I think Save a Cup is more expensive than others. Sarah, I don't think there is a way, Tim. We have a business Prime account and our tax exempt. So there, see, I think Renee figured it out. And Cindy, good morning to you, drinking honey vanillas. I don't know that word. Chamomile? Camel? You're drinking tea. Okay, 5 things. Tidy up my studio. That might be it for the day. I had eye surgery. Ooh, how'd that go? And things still look blurry, so using fire today is a no-go for soldering. I believe that. Dex says that he buys tumblers from Arctic. Then he says Amazon Business allows you to not pay the tax. And Renee said you then have to apply for the tax exempt part. Chamomile. The 8-pack 20 ounces are $4.37 on Prime. And Harold said, do you post a show notes page after the show? No. And that's something that we are working on doing. That's something that is going to be definitely in the private members group. And that starts up February 1st. When we have all the information there, we are going to have all this transcribed and then be able to pull notes from that. So I'm excited about getting that all worked out. And it'll start clunky and it'll get better as it goes. So tumblers, here's what I'm looking for. And this is per request from Mama. This is what she wants for a tumbler, because her tumblers that she uses, I don't even have one down here. I do, don't I? Can I pull one of these off? I can pull one of these off. I can pull one of these off. So, I pulled the damn thing off. So on the tumblers that she makes, this is what she prefers: the screw-in top, so that way they are spill-proof. And I know I am good, or the top, and then so it doesn't have the slide, right? It's got the other part to it. I better set that down so I don't ruin that. But that is what I'm looking for, not the smooth pop tops. I'd prefer a screw on. You definitely need powder coating because last night we did give our first testing to the Xtool S1. And for that, I am not even going to lie. I'm going to pull up the Xtool affiliate link because I can. Let's see. Xtool affiliate link, direct Xtool affiliate link. Because I'm going to send, if you're here, you can go check it out and you can check out our affiliate links. And that's what I like. I'm not saying that's what I like to do, but yes, that's what I like to do. I had a conversation with somebody last night for probably an hour talking about Xtool and what we're doing with it, how we're doing with it. So I'm going to post that link down here, and then you can right click, copy, paste it. We will show that right here. So we gave it a go yesterday. Like I said, my goal for January was to have everything completely put together on that S1. That included installing the riser base, that included the testing out the conveyor system, and that included putting together the rotary and testing that out. That rotary is pretty legit. It has the rollers on the side or on the bottom, so it can roll back and forth this way. It has a chuck, so it can either hold it inside or it can hold something outside. It's got the prongs, so it can hold things like golf balls and rings. So we're going to test out all the things on it. But we did our first one last night, and I went off some general settings that I saw, and here it is. And things that I have to remember, because it's not something that I have done for a while, was that unacceptable. I mean, it works, but when it's black, it looks so much better. So I need to make sure that I am double checking, and if I need to reverse negative stuff, so it doesn't look like I'm the skeleton man there with it. Now, with this, what did I find? The chuck that this was on, because these cups are from JDS, that's where this one came from, this 40 ounce from JDS. The handle is not removable, so I can't take the handle off. So I'm going to have to raise that base. Here, let me get this out of here. I'm going to have to raise the base because what it did was as it moved, it hit and it stopped. So that's where that flat mark came from right there. The other thing is I need to keep testing for the lines per centimeter on it, because if you look, you can see, if I can get one in there, right about there, you can see there's some lineage in it. In the pictures, you can really see it, but that's where I have to change that at. Once with that, it wasn't too bad. It took about 6 minutes to do. So 6 minutes, I thought was acceptable on that. And it came out pretty damn good. Then when we flipped it around to the other side, there was that one. So, worked out really well with this. I like this one, but like I said, not having a removable handle, that makes for kind of a pain. I'm going to have to, build that up so I don't run into that issue. And what that means is with that RA2, I believe, is the rotary on it. That head can move, so I can take that head and flip it around and put it on the base. So what does that mean? Well, here, I can give you some little examples of it. So if this is your typical head and this is where your chuck is and you'd have it here, what you can do is you can pull it off, spin it around, and have it here so you gain that extra room and it'll spin. Then I can raise up the base and it'll increase the height, so bigger things will put. Then I just have to put weight on the side and it'll hold it down. At least in my head, that's the theory that I think will play out well with it. So it wasn't bad. I've got going through things. JP Plus, I am ordering some things from them. Couple reasons. JPS was cheaper before discounts than JDS on the 20 ounce, the 30 ounce, and the 40 ounce. The handle is removable. So that was the big thing. Handle was removable on this. The pricing was not a whole lot cheaper, maybe 50 cents, but you can also use our discount code and save another 15%. So using that discount code plus that, we saved, we're saving on that. Stainless Depot didn't offer a whole lot of colors, so there was the issue with that, but their 40 ounce was way cheaper. So we'll have to see how it plays out as I go through the other ones. I'll see what I can find out. But what I'm looking for is something with a screw-on lid, and I would prefer a screw-on lid and some kind of safety thing to make it spill-proof. So if you have something, let us know what's in there. Overall, like I said, this should have been reversed. I should have. When we were doing mock-ups and things last night, I should have paid attention to how we do our cut mock-ups, because then I would have seen this and realized, nope, that's not what I want. But it's all part of the learning process. You need to do stuff like this, which doesn't look bad, but when you compare it to that one, this one looks better. So that's what I needed to do, was reverse this so it didn't look like, Skeleton Man on it. Side like that, I'm legit. I'm good with that. Dial in the settings a little bit more. And you have to realize you're going to break some eggs to make some omelets, right, kids? So you get the stuff, you test it out. So always test out with your logo. Put the other things on that you can see. For first and second attempt on it, I am super impressed with the Xtool S1. I did learn a few things about how I have to make sure that rotary is set up in there, so that way it lines up and do it. I had to think in my head how the cup was sitting in there, because if it's on the chuck this way, then my design needs to be rotated this way for it. If it is on the rollers and it's this way, my design needs to be the other way. So there was some thinking that was involved in it. The wrap side of it, all of there to kind of see where the design is with it. Using the framing feature, so I could actually see where it's going out on it. I'm down. I'm impressed with it, and it's going to be something that we're definitely going to play around with more on it. Let's see. What else do we have on here? And let's go. Heater guys here. Awesome. What are they fixing? What was wrong with it? Was it the blower motor? Is that if I remember right? You can post them on the Discord. That's right. And that's why we're going to have the, for the private site, it's going to be through Patreon and then connected to a Discord. So that's the plan for it. Thanks for the business thanks for the business info on Amazon, Renee. I need to do that as I get certain materials. Makes sense. Five Below has Stanley dupes 40 ounce to use as practice etching designs too. That's a good thing to think of. And here's my one concern about getting from places like Five Below or off Amazon is that what happens if that's what I'm stocking with, and then I just can't get it anymore. So that's kind of that. Like if we want to offer a 40 ounce one all the time, I want to find one that meets the requirements that I want, and that way I know I can always get it. I could probably order in a couple hundred from China. Not something I want to do anytime thing. Hog does have that kind, but what I saw was that color selection on powdered coated ones is not there, because that's Corey's go-to is Hog. I mean, we got cases of them here, but she has them in stainless because that's for her making her tumblers. So I need them powder coated, and I didn't see it. Resin Rockers have Stanley dupes as well in black and white. And see, I want something that has a few more color options, and then we can rock there. Nice on the rotary design. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought I might get some dragging on it. Maybe I didn't have there enough. And you know how designs get a little wonky. For my first bang at it, I am pretty excited. And the Resin Rocker dupes are removable handles. Have one sitting here, and that's what I want, is that removable handle. Chuck, what's up? Has not used the Chuck yet. Chuck is not using the Chuck. Other than that, you love it. Chuck, try it out. You will dig it. I use Legos to raise the base after someone suggested using Legos. I also made a stair step with the 3D printer. I've seen someone do that last night, early this morning when I was watching, where that's what they did, was they created a stair step in millimeters that they were able to slide under. It made it the width, and it stuck up, and I think each one, I don't know, it was like maybe a 1/4 inch, and it went up so that way it could go with it. It made perfect sense to me. Stanley's removable handle is a game changer for sure. Absolutely. Like I said, JD, the one from JP Plus, the handle is removable. So we're going to get some of those ordered today, and we can test those out and go from there. It really looks like Amazon has the best prices on sub tumblers, and free shipping crazy now. Just need that tax part taken care of. Way to go. I have to look and see. My problem, especially on sub products from Amazon, is, and it's been a couple years since we did it because of this, was a lot of times what we had ordered off Amazon that was listed as sublimation was not, and had issues with it, and then went to the comments on it and went to the reviews, and they're like, yeah, this is not sublimation ready, so you're not able to sub on it. So just make sure to read the reviews on it and make sure that people have successfully did any sublimation if they're listing the product at that, because I have seen that for it. I believe if you change your interval to smaller settings, you'll get rid of the lines. Yes, you have to. You take, because it's the lines per millimeter, lines per centimeter, and it starts at 100, and that's was the base that I did. I did 100 power, 500 speed, 100 per centimeter. So what others had did is they dropped their speed down to like 375, and they had increased their thing to 200. So that's what I'm gonna do, is get some in, and then be able to test them out. And you might want to adjust the circle, but it's hard to see, right? Do you think that's hard to see? Tell me more. I thought being at 3 inches, it was pretty good. It does look like it's a little more oval there, doesn't it? I'm gonna have to play with that and see. But overall, I said for first attempt, I'm down with good, and on that one, I was really happy with it. And it may not be perfect. Now I want to measure that and see. Rena's got me thinking. Now I want to see, because it should be a circle, and I know that edge is off a little. We're gonna see. So if I go here to here, that's 5. If I go, let's see, here to here, it's a circle. If they had that other part on it, it's 5 by 5, or it's 3 by 3. So the 3 by 3 is what we went on that. So I'm, like I said, it's just testing. It's testing. It's content for sure. So that was our goal this year, is to produce more content. So be able to do that. I'm super excited to be able to show things like that. We got more of our cut things done yesterday. Somebody requested we had the woman with the dog, and Hattie wanted with a cat, so I made her one of those, and we're gonna have that listed today. I'm gonna see what pitchers think of it. And Darren said the removable handle will become probably a standard, I'd imagine. Forget all the time about doing reverse negative expression on black. Yep, and I knew it as soon as it got, because it's going, and as soon, let me click this off here. As soon as it started right here doing it, I'm like, oh, reverse negative. I'm like, well, it's too late now. Let's just let it go. But I'm good with that. I'm good with making it work. Ooh, save a cup, lid screw on, have removable handles. Rena, save a cup. We're gonna check out again today, and because I have it on my list here. Corey, do you have a video on doing tumblers? I have some mistakes I would like to do. Corey does not have any videos on it. I keep telling her she needs to. I'm looking at, besides the ones there, 4 or 5 in progress right now. So she should really get on that video game, right? Did you get the one with the laser? The one I did a box opening video on. I did not get any cups with the laser. I don't think so. No, I didn't get any cups with it. Or the rotary attachment. Is that what you're talking? The rotary attachment? Yes, that's one that I got when I bought that package. We got the S1 40 watt. We got the IR head, which I haven't tested yet. I am going to test, especially for Cindy, because it can do on metal. So Cindy, I might, when you can see better, we might see about getting some little metal pieces that you would use for jewelry type thing that we can see how it works engraving on those, because that's something that it's supposedly been able to do. But I haven't used that head yet. But we got the 40 watt head, we got the IR head, we got the riser, the honeycomb, the conveyor system, the rotary. The things that we did not get was the air purification system. 2 reasons on that. We knew we were going to vent it outside. So, did we need that? And 2, if I really wanted one, there are way cheaper options than Xtool to get those. So that's why we didn't go that route with it. And then the fire suppression system. I probably should have, but I think we'll be fine for it. We need to do a class on doing mock-ups on tumblers. We can do that. That might just be a standalone video, because I can have that done in 10 minutes tops. So maybe I just do a standalone video. Chuck, I'm gonna do that standalone on tumblers, because I think it's a pretty ingenious way to do it, and I've been doing it for years. I mean, Renee, we did it 5-6 years ago, right? And it makes it really simple and easy, and to me it looks super realistic with it. I'm interested too. So everybody reach out to Corey and tell her she needs to make videos on stuff. Next you have to do powder coating. That's on the list to try powder coating some engraving. My issue with that is, depending on the project that we're doing, is it worth it? Because to set it up, to take the time to do it, is it? I don't know. So those are things to figure out. Oh, that was right. The compressor went out because you have a heat pump. They said it would take most of the day. I have to go to Lawrence and do respite care this afternoon. So I told them just to shut the door. On a compressor changeout, depending where it is and depending on how it accesses, what they'll do is they'll do a leak down. They'll pull all the Freon out of the system. On the unit itself, because are they just replacing the compressor? They're just replacing the compressor. They'll pull they'll pull the charge out, and then what they'll do is, depending on your unit, some they're able just to disconnect compressor. They'll just pull it out, put a new one in there, be back in there. The big thing is it's more of a waiting game, because they are making sure that it's holding vacuum before they put anything in it. Usually a compressor, you can be in and out in a half day. At least that's how we were. Compressors I always put for half day, unless it was a difficult one. But most of the time we knew that beforehand. So it was half day to full day, because we could install a new, especially like on a new unit, and we can install a new unit if we're just replacing one super quick. So you'll be fine. It'll be good. And Diana, I haven't done videos yet on the epoxy. What sort of trouble are you having? Yes, tell us, when we're going to get Corey to do it. Laser sounds like a lot of math. I'm out. You see, it wasn't too bad because they give you the little measuring tool with it. They give you, so you get the you get a tape measure with it. You get a level with it, because there There's another part too. So when you've had on the chuck, it would a little layer that will brace it up, put the level on top until everything's level. So that was I dug that. And once you measure around, when you put in your object for cylindrical, it asks you for the dimensions. So it asks you for either the diameter or the perimeter, and that way you know what your area work is, and you can create a template. And it worked out pretty good. Anything round, I found it best to stretch in one direction before engraving to prevent the distortion. There we go. Stretch in one way. So I'm going to bet that you're going to stretch it this way, right? So that way it looks more thin. Like on that, while that is a true 3-inch by 3-inch, it does look more ovally. So I guess there's a percentage based on that, which that'd be interesting to figure out, depending on how much cup you have, how big your logo is. Is it a 5% width increase? Is it 10%? Those are all things we can test out. You need a cloth tape measure that is more flexible. I have one next to the laser, but it was 3. It was right there with it. I mean, this is pretty flexible. Like, you know, that one's pretty good. I can do pretty good with that. It's not the super thick one, so I think we're good. Especially if we were just measuring that real quick. I got free business account set up on Amazon now, looking for the tax part. Way to go! See, even while here, getting things done. I got you, Barb. Cloth tape measure. It's an eye thing on circles and cups. Your eyes see it as an oval. That makes more sense to me. And this is echoes. I can feel this getting the echo off the cup. That's weird. It's weird. I can feel my voice reverbing back through that echo on it. But so for those that are doing it, then on something like this, you know, what do? Are you increasing the width by 5%, 10%? You know, let's figure that out together. I'm pretty excited. Yes, on the metal engraver. That's the thing is, let's try it out. That was the whole purpose behind getting this this laser was content creation, helping others out with it, learning the process through it. Because, you know, with us having the affiliate with it, we paid for this out of our own pocket. They didn't send it to us or anything. But if we can generate enough affiliates that then it becomes, you know, free to us because we were paid back through it, that's awesome. The big thing was content creation, being able to make videos of it, just, you know, doing this. That's where it's at. Being able to make things to show off content. That was the big part of it. Ooh, engraving. I have a metal that would be interesting to try. I'm very curious. Awesome, Cindy. Let's get together when you have vision, and I will give it a go, and we'll see what we can figure out with it. So what did I think of the conveyor? Okay. Does the conveyor work as it should? Yes. Do I need to understand it more to be able to get it what I want to do? Yes. One thing to consider with the conveyor is once that conveyor is open, it is no longer a sealed unit. So now any of that smoke is going to come out of the front instead of exhausting out of the back. So that's something to consider with that conveyor. The other thing is that with that conveyor system, you need about 6 inches lead on it on the back end of it. Otherwise, there's no more room to push it through the rollers. So you have to think about that when doing it. The other thing is you can't go from using that conveyor to doing something flat without removing. You probably can, and it's something more I can look at, but then it's in the way of things. To go from a conveyor to a flat system. Now, on the conveyor, it attaches to the front of it. And attaches really slick. There's 4 screws that it needs, but they have some set screws in it that kind of sets on while you do it. So it works out for it. You know, one of the things that we're like, okay, we want to do 16-inch door signs, right? Well, we have to use that conveyor because the working area of that is roughly 13 by 20. That's the working area. So a 16 by 1 won't work. So we'd have to use the conveyor to cut out the 16-inch circle. Well, if we cut out the back and we have the score marks of where things go, we couldn't just then lay a piece of material in the bed and then cut that out without removing that conveyor system. So it's almost, if we're going to do a bunch of them, you're going to cut out all the backs, everything that's needed, then go back and do the front. So it could be a little cumbersome on it. The other thing you can do is just use split backs. So that way you don't have to use the conveyor on it. But there is a few longer projects because you can do up to 9 foot. 9 foot, I believe, is what it'll feed. And so there's a couple 6-foot projects that we want to try and see if we can make it work with it, which I'm interested to see how that goes. And, that's something to look forward to. There's a couple 6-foot projects with it. There's some smaller ones. There's some signs that I want to do, and I think it'll work out fine for that. I'm easy and realistic. FU Facebook user, who are you? I don't know who you are. What you can do is if you head over to fatdadlive.com right here, that gets you into our YouTube side of things. While you're there, like and subscribe, and we will then be able to see who you are. Let's get back to the comments on it. Let's see. Todd, can you do mock-ups for tumblers in Corel and Canva, please? We can 100% do it in Corel in the same way that Sarah showed the mock-up of the tumbler in what is that? In Canva. By importing those, you could import it, so we should be fine with it. Powder coating. I'll give it a go. I need some ideas on how you guys want me to do it, see it. What do you want to see? And then we'll go from there. Darren, I bought a smoker to do powder coating of small things like tumblers. Then for powder coating, I went to Eastwood. Now I haven't used any of it. So I did powder coating 15, 16 years ago, race car parts, and we just used an old electric oven. It was, it worked. We were able to hang it from there. I wouldn't want to use the smoker because I want to use the smoker to smoke food, and I wouldn't think, can I use it after that? Diane's never done an epoxy cup. Check out Corey's stuff. She does some, I feel she does some phenomenal work on things on that. Let me, I think I can touch it. I did get some tempera paint because I am going to try and see if we can laser engrave with the diode on a glass mug. So I did pick up some of that. But things like, I'm going to pull all these off and she's going to get so pissed at me. But there's another one that she's got on there that she's rocking and rolling with. And we showed off that one, the candy cane one. It's always my favorite. I love how that one turns out. You can see the little lineage on there. She doesn't give herself the credit for what she does, and it irritates me. There's another one. And I'm going to pull more off of there. And that's, since we got this turner from, yeah. And that one screws off because tumbler turner came from Dino's tumbler turner. So there's Dino's logo, and there's the one that she did on that. So now I got all of her stuff screwed up here. I'm going to have to put it all back because she's going to yell at me for doing all that and doing it the wrong way. But she's got to rock and roll with it. T-Town, okay, tax form submitted. We will see if Amazon thing is done here in about 15 minutes. Way to go, Renee. Thanks for the clarification, Renee. On which part? What did Renee clarify? What did I miss? T-Town, thank you guys for the Amazon information. That's what we do. We like to provide that information to people. And Jerry said, hope it helps. T-Town, I cut more keychains yesterday. I was able to cut 150 of them in less than 2 minutes. Awesome. Darren, look at Save a Cup. Found the screw-on lids, but not the removable handle ones yet. 16 colors, lots of pastels. Thanks, Rena. See, that's what we do here. Tim, I'm doing my free Amazon account while we're chatting here. Look at everybody doing it. My issue for the conveyor is the space needed to feed through. That is something to think of too, because that was one of my concerns was where I have it at on the table. Yeah, I wouldn't have much room there, so I need to actually turn it around. And you don't think about that in the videos that they show for it because they have it in open space. Like if you have it on a counter with a back wall, it's not going to work because if you're feeding through a 6-foot piece, you need to have 6-foot room in front and a 6-foot room in back for this to think through. So I 100% get that. FYI, LA Awesome from the dollar store is a must to get rid of wood residue caused by engraving. It works good on the bed as well as the exhaust because that stuff builds up quick. Thanks for the tip. I do believe we have some LA Awesome. Is that the gold? It's more like a pea yellow. That's what is there. And Darren, she had a cool candy one over your shoulder that's gone. Right there. That one's one right there in my hand. I don't have the patience to do epoxy cups. I tried it and it fell off the turner and I was done. She's a rock star. She just goes to town on it now. You can do everything through levelupqc.com. You can reach out to Corey and do anything that way. She doesn't have any of them listed. She does mostly commission pieces, one-off things, because it is time consuming on it. All right. We've gotten caught up on comments. So we can talk about other things that are on here with it. Let's see. we talked about Linktree, so we've got that there. We're working on, this is something that, we're talking marketing and that, and, in the new group, when we put that all together, that's where I think a lot of marketing ideas can come in handy. We're going to have the content calendar on that. So here are things in November and February that you can be promoting. We know we got your Valentine's Day, your Mardi Gras, your things like that, but you should be promoting farther out in advance, working on things farther in advance, so when the time comes, it's there for it. So I think together between all of us, we can create a really nice thing of, hey, for Christmas stuff, this is when we need to have it posted by, this is when we need to start posting it. So working on that. We talked Tuesday with Todd last night. Remember, there is no Tuesday with Todd this coming Tuesday. We will be attending a funeral, so we will not be in town. So there is no Tuesday with Todd there. The other, we've went through a lot here. Sales, sales is a big thing. Like when we say that business isn't where it's at, right? One of the things we have to first look at is, how many people did you ask for a sale yesterday? How many people did you say, hey, click this to buy this? Click this for more information. Hey, come check this out. Take action on this. How many people did you interact with to set up either a sale or a future sale? And that's something we are trying to get better at every day. This week, it's been a lot of our laser stuff. What do you think of this? We created some signs, and that's one of the things that we're going to push for Valentine's Day. So it was, hey, what do you think of this? Here's color samples. Here's this. So it was asking that. Yesterday was a big thing asking on tumblers. What size tumblers are people using? 20 ounce, 30 ounce, or 40 ounce? And it's all over the board. So it was good feedback to get from our customers. Which ones are they using? Some are using, hey, I use a 20 ounce for my coffee in the morning, and then I have a 40 ounce the rest of the day that I'm carrying around for water. Some were like, I just use the 30 because I can fill it here and then I have it there. Some, went through the whole spiel. I do this because I can add this much to it, this much ice, still have this much room for other stuff. So it's good to ask questions like that, because then it keeps you, up to date with what your customers are wanting. So make sure that every day, in one way or another, you're asking for a sale. You're asking for some kind of engagement. Be the asshole every day. Ask, because that's what you need to do. So we talked Valentine's Day gift. Private group, February 1st, $20 a month. That's what that's going to be. And I'm going to open up the vault, and anything that I have had access to, anything that I've used over the years, we're going to put that in there, and we're going to start developing new things. The first project that I think we can work on together, that I know we can work on together, but if people want to follow along with it, because I'm actually holding off till February, probably 2nd to do it. We'll get people in there first. Is creating those coloring books with AI, walking through the process of what we're putting in for prompts to get that, to get what we want out of, ChatGPT, Midjourney, walking through the process of building those out, the different ways to find niches for it, what it means to you, and then going through the process of getting those published through Amazon. So that's something I've been working on for about a little over a year now. And I finally last week said, you know what? I need to quit, I need to quit screwing around with this and just do it. And I said, well, how am I going to do it? What am I doing? I'm like, oh, well, this totally makes sense. If I'm starting up a new group, here's the first thing that we're going to walk through and go through on. So, yeah. And the way that it works is, once it's all done and it's on Amazon, you don't touch it anymore. If it sells, and you get to collect, your commission from Amazon each month. So kind of a good thing there to do it. Something else is, as you garner more things, you can create more ones of it. You don't have to be just one. So I think it could be a fun thing to do. They can, maybe it generates an extra, and I'm not going to say you're going to become, a millionaire off this, or even 1,000-aire, but, maybe 100-aire, you make an extra a couple $100 a year from it. You make a couple extra $100 a month from it. What does that pay for that you don't have to do anything? So I'm looking for a few different things for that. Renee said, LA Awesome and Magic Eraser will be your best friends. You guys are my best friends, but in this world, I bet you're right. Level Up QC, levelupqc.com is for it. Yes, Todd, on the Awesome. Okay, I think I have some. I'm pretty sure I have some. Almost positive I have some over there. Extra is extra. Extra is extra. I'll agree. goal links. Would love to update for February. Absolutely, Sarah. Let me go find that. And what is Sarah talking about, you ask? Well, we're working on our goals together, right? We're going to put our stuff in there. I am going to, in that, in the new group, in the paid group, I will have access to that so everybody can view the all the information that's in there. Won't be able to edit it, but you will be able to view it. Reason being is there are people's personal info in there, and I want to make sure that that one, if somehow somebody does get it, it is somebody of a group that we're in there to trust, as opposed to just any Joe off the street. And if your name's Joe, I'm sorry, but any Joe off the street can have access to it, so that way you can go in there. But what we'll do with that is the first Wednesday of every month, we are going to go ahead and review our goal set. What were our goals for that month? What are our goals for the quarter? And what are our goals for the year? So we will be able to discuss all of those for it. I'm going to post that link in here so you can go ahead and then, because it is it's a shortened link, so you're going to want to right click, copy, paste to be able to get that information to you. Sarah, I can send that to you direct because it does look like it's trying to give me a few little issues right now. But hey, what are we going to do to make that happen? Sometimes it just happens where it doesn't want to connect all the way because it says it's having an issue with connectivity. So we'll see how that plays out. There it is. Right click, copy, paste here, and go. Like for us, we'll talk about our things. Because when we're looking at the different aspects to it for it. So for us, and this is something to think about because it's first Wednesday every month. So you get a pass because next Wednesday is the last Wednesday of the month. So it's about 2 weeks till this next one. Our January goal is the DTF Ready to Press bundles and monthly specials for February, March, and April. What does that mean? That meant that by the end of January, we have planned out what DTF bundles we'll be offering each month for the months of February, March, and April. And then our goal was to have that laser completely assembled and all functions tested. So right now, everything has been assembled on it. Everything has been tested minus the AR head, and that's what I'm going to get with Cindy on. So we're close to it, and so we can try that out. I can probably go grab, I might go grab a butter knife out of the whatchamacallit, the drawer, and put that IR head this weekend on and make some of that. So that was our goal for January. We'll go through our goal for February. We'll go through our goal for March, when we get to each one of those. But in 2 Wednesdays, that's what we're going to talk is goals. Then we'll go through the February goals on it. Now, our first quarter goal was by the end of that first quarter that we'd be prepared for the weekly video drop. That one, I have not touched that goal at all. And what I need to do is at least get about 12 ideas. I always want to have a dozen ideas in the backlog so I can create content on it. Because it's a process, man. It is not an easy thing to do content. You figure for a 10-minute video, you maybe have 2-3 hours in it. So yeah, I want to be able to have that set up in there. We'll have Crafting the Cat rebranding. The only place really left that we need to redo it is in the group. So the group page, the name will be changing the group. The banner will be changing. So that way it's there for it. Amazon storefront is what we wanted to have set up. That one is in the works. That one is more of, it's an Amazon thing and not me thing. So we're still trying to work through that process of get it there. And you have the other goal for the first quarter was to have that paid group online, which we're going to have that online February 1st. Like I said, it's going to be clunky to start out with. We're going to fumble our way through it and we'll get it there. But I guarantee you it's going to be worth your $20 a month for that. So that's what we all have rocking, rolling in there. Jerry said, is this the only place that link shows right now? Which link? Which link are you're asking about, Jerry? GBK from Sweden and extra is extra. was Alania. Thank you very much for that. The link for the goals. Yes. No, it's in the group. I mean, it is right here. Jerry, I will go right now, and I'm looking through this. I will go over and I will post it in the group, so that way you can go over there and do it. For those that were asking about the link to set your goals on this morning, oh, I can't spell again, morning mindset. Here's the link. Here is the link. There it is. So I have now just posted that in the group. So you're able to go over there and check that out too, Jerry. Which, remember, you can find all of our links. And you know what? I'm going to add it to that's what I'm going to put on here. Add goal link to links. Add goal link to Linktree. So that way it's on there, because I know it's not on there. I know that one is not on there, but that's where I need to be able to add it to and make it work for it. So we're good to go. Tax approval on Amazon. Yay. See? Tim's got stuff accomplished today. Way to go. Just Harold sent a message on Discord. Awesome. We'll go over and read that when we get done with all of this. I think we should be good on stuff. All right. We got, does anybody else have anything going on today? Like I said, the next bundle. We have a DTF bundle that's dropping tomorrow. That one is going to be a heart disease bundle. So that one's dropping there. Remember, you can find all of our bundles over on our website. So heart disease bundle is dropping tomorrow. X-Tool laser, we talked about that. Private group, February 1st, we talked about that. Coloring book with AI, talked about that. Taking action, how many people did you ask for a sale? Talked about that. Content calendar, talked about that. Man, I crossed off all my list of things today. So I'm pretty. Did I give my list? I don't think I gave my 5 things for today. Now that I'm looking down this, because it was here at the bottom. We got DTF orders to take care of. I've got take product picks because we got that other sign finished up yesterday. I've got to do product descriptions and pictures and list those on the website. So we've got that. The DTF bundle. So for that heart disease bundle, I'm finishing that up, and then invoicing. So that is our day that we've got a promise there. And look at that. I even done that talking with a customer that was here. I missed the last 5 minutes. See, easy stuff. This is little steps. Those little steps, get you big returns. Congrats, Tim. And Sarah said, T-Town, you amaze me how much you get done and how driven you are. I bet Tim appreciates that, just like Darren loves when I say appreciate. Way to go. All right. I'm super proud of all of you for taking action today. And I'm really thankful that you all come to join us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Remember, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure, hit that notification bell, do the like, subscribe thing, turn on everything so that when we go live, you are notified. Sharing is free. It is awesome to do. And hey, you don't have to purchase anything from us, but sharing really does help us out. So do those likes and subscribes. Helps get some lights and mics on. So really, really appreciate that. Anybody that orders from us, I love you guys more than the other people. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. If you buy stuff from me, you get more stuff. Whatever. At the end of the day, I don't care who you buy from. I just want you to be happy with who you're making your purchases from, happy with how your business is going, and feel like, that's you're doing some good in it. So that's what I get out of this. I feel like I'm doing good by helping people increase their business, become stronger with what are they doing. Everybody have an amazing day. We'll be back here. Today's Wednesday still, right? It is Wednesday. It's still Wednesday. Yeah, it's still Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. That just went away quick on me, I don't think. But you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.